All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Soundtrack of Service. I'm Leo J. Um, we are joined by Mr. Aramis Hegler. We go way back. Shoot, almost 30 years. So, um, he reached out to me and he was like, "Yo, I remember you from." I was like, "Oh yeah, Johnson. Yep, let's do it." So you got to say, I always say, high school was like that. Those 4 years where it shaped your life, man. Like you could run into somebody from high school and be like, "Yo, I remember back when such and such happened," and y'all automatically cool again, right?
Right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I be running into people all the time to be like, "Remember me from high school?" I'll be like, "Oh yeah, what's up, dog?" But the show is we talking to public servants. We're talking about what they do for a living. How their public service has changed their lives, how their public service has maybe changed other people's lives, and we're getting the soundtrack to that service. So we try to do a little different spin because everybody talks, everybody has podcasts. So we want to do something different to where hey, let's see what people love music and people love working and people love public service, right? So. We'll get started. Can you let everybody know who you are? What's your name and what do you do?
My name is Aramis Hegler. I work. I'm a security officer for a K-12 school district in San Francisco Bay Area, Mount Diablo Unified School District, based in Concord, California.
All right, that's what's up. And how long you been working at this position?
I've been there 14 years, going on 15 years. Before I moved to Sacramento, that was a community that I grew up in. So take the position real serious, Day to day, I'm patrolling the schools, making contact with the teachers, students, coaches. And that's how I give back. I get out the vehicle. Instead of just sitting in the truck, driving around, get out, engage the community, talk to them, find out what's going on, always engage the kids. That's me. Always engage the kids. I'm committed to the growth of our young people. So I put myself out there as a role model because there was others that did that for me, and that got me to where I'm at today. So
all right,
really
so that'll lead me to my next question, man. So who or what was that spark? Was there some people that motivated you, that mentored you, that inspired you to want to serve and give back?
Yes, sir. So take it back to Hiram Johnson High School. They had the Law Academy class. Mm-hmm. We had an officer, Eric Walker. He was a SAC PD officer. He taught the Law Academy class. So that was my influence to step into the role, do what I needed to do to get to where I'm at today, to do the same thing he did for me, for the kids today.
Got it. And you said you was doing the latest gig for about 14 years. So what was you doing prior to that?
Prior to that, I worked for the city and county of San Francisco. I was there for 5 years. I was the animal control officer with the city and county.
Oh, wow. So you picking up the dead animals and stuff?
Dead animals, sick animals, aggressive animals, stray animals. It was a little bit of everything.
Including so you were serving the public and animals then? And
animals. I was just like Craig's father.
Look, I was telling somebody today at work about that because we older, so we can bring up movie references that the young people be like, "What movie was that?" But I was the part where he told Craig, he said, "Look, if you don't do what you got to do, you ain't got to worry about a dog. You ain't got to worry about catching the dog. You got to worry about a dog catching you." But that's life. If you don't go get that dog gonna come and get you.
That's right. Yes, indeed. That's right.
And in the animal control job, what was one of your what was like a story or a situation that happened where you felt like you know what, man, I really did that?
A lot of situations I see.
You ever had to say you saved animals too, right? All of them wasn't dead all the time. Yeah.
No. I say this: we had a young brother who was breeding pit bulls in the city and county of San Francisco. You can't breed pit bulls without a breeding permit. And we're coming to his house to take the mom, the dad, and the puppies. He was all upset. He was distraught. He was like, "Hey, how I make my living. It almost turned volatile. But what it was they teach us something called verbal judo.
Oh yeah.
So I used that. I also used some experiences that I had from growing up in South Sacramento, and I applied that to it. And I said, hey, instead of us going this route, how about we put you on the path to do the right thing? So I was able to help that brother do the right thing, get the permit, got him to move the dogs out of the city and county temporarily while he got that permit. And it went through for him. It ended up going through for him. He come back to San Francisco where he ended up moving the dogs to. He found gainful employment there. It was safer for him. He vibed with the community, and he said, you know what, hey, Officer Hegler, thanks for everything. I'm going to stay over the bridge in Oakland. I found something over here that's going to work for me, my wife, and my young family. They had a small baby at the time.
Okay, so yeah. And when you're in those type of roles, it's good to use discretion all the time. You don't got to go straight for the hammer. You say, look, man, I'm gonna look out this time, but look, don't do me dirty again, because I'm gonna have to. That's a fact. So we'll take it back to the beginning, man. I like to ask everybody, what was the first album you ever bought with your own money?
With my own money? Oh man, you taking it back to Florin Mall.
Oh snap!
Florin Mall.
Okay. So
I had a job at California Backyard. I was fluffing Christmas trees. I took that first check. I don't know if you remember Rhyme and Reason. There was a song on that CD, Nothing But the Cavi hit. That just
that's Mac 10.
Mac 10.
Ain't not wait. Oh yeah, Nothing But the Cavi. The beat was fire on that song too.
Fire.
Oh, Nothing But the
That was
Cavi.
back when we had the CD players with the headphones on it, man. We'd get on bus 81 and
oh, you jump on the 81, huh? Hey, what was that? You froze. Oh, he froze a little.
First,
there, froze. What? Hey, what do you consider fun? That's the bomb. That's the bomb.
That's the bomb. All day, night, and all day long. That's the bomb.
Nothing But the Cavi. That's what's up, man. Look, that was a great one, cause I'm adding Nothing But the Cavi hit to the Soundtrack of Service playlist. For anyone listening right now who might not fully understand your role and what you do currently, how would you already kind of described it a little bit, but how would you describe it in a simple term for people so people don't know what you said earlier, but can you break it down into smaller, simpler terms for the listener?
So if you go to college, basically I'm almost like the campus officer that you see riding around in the car or walking around on the campus engaging people.
Okay. Got it. And is there a song that instantly puts you in the mindset to tackle what you do for a living?
I would say Tribe Called Quest, Find a Way.
And why is that?
Because sometimes in this line of work, you got to find a way. Through the tough situations, the sad situations, and doing all that paperwork.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So every time an incident happens, you got to have paperwork with it, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man. All right. And you work with a team, I suppose?
Yes, sir. There's four of us. There's four of us and 3 dispatchers. Yeah.
All right. So if y'all had a karaoke night, what song you singing?
Celebrate Good Times.
Okay. We always got to pick that song we know the words to, right? And be real with us, man.
With the guy on Russia.
Oh yeah. All right. Got a little pause. All right. So tell us, man. Just give it to us real, man. What is the most unglamorous part of your job that TV, radio might make look glamorous, but it ain't all that pretty?
Driving around in the car, listening to music. It don't talk about the long shifts, graveyard, responding to alarms. It's a true alarm where someone's in there, they done broke in there and they're trying to get their 5-finger discount. So yeah.
Oh yeah. So no, they don't show that part. They just make it think it's cool. Everybody walking around, stopping people, checking badges, and making sure you on the entry list to enter certain buildings. I get it.
Yeah.
All right. And so we just gonna unpack your day-to-day grind, man. You know, what is the ultimate stuck in traffic morning commute song that you probably sing at the top of your lungs?
Wipe me down.
Oh, Boosie?
Boozy. All day.
Oh man. That's funny. And what is one fundamental truth about what you do for a living that you feel people on the outside have completely misunderstood?
I think for what I do, most people feel that we're all against the people. That's not true.
Y'all just here to serve, right?
We're here to serve, and you know what? And that's one of the reasons why I get out that truck we drive a truck at work. I get out the truck and I engage people, talk to them, introduce myself to them, so that way they already have a relationship with me. You know, and they know me. They know they can come to me for help, or if they need to talk anything, I'm there.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. In that type of high pressure environment, too, burnout could get real. So what are some things you do to mentally separate personally from the professional job that you have so that you kind of don't take that job home? So what are some things that you're into?
I work out. You know, I ride the exercise bike. I get up, run, jog. I got to stay on the fitness stuff, you know, being older, you know, so that's something that helps me out. That keeps my mind right, keeps me engaged and balanced. More importantly, helps keep my mind balanced. I do a lot of reading. And the other thing is me getting out of the truck and engaging our youth. So I might stop in one of the little areas I patrol. I might see some kids at the park. I'll get out the truck and throw the football with them.
Okay,
you know,
that's what's up.
Bounce the bat, play a little hoops with them.
Oh yeah.
You know?
You got a jumper?
It ain't like it was at Hiram Johnson, but it's still there.
And is there any song or artist, you know, that take you back to the first week on the job where you're still trying to figure it out?
We'll say Cameron, Horse and Carriage.
Oh look, people don't know about that album, man. You know that album was, and you know I tell people we grew up in Cali, right? So we didn't really we wasn't exposed to a lot of East Coast music unless we was like listening to the box. The video jukebox thing or whatever. So, but Cameron was somebody who they played for. We got the mainstream East Coast rap.
Yep. But
we didn't really get, you know, we like beats and stuff like that. While East Coast they had those lyrics and the beats probably wasn't all the way on par of what we were used to. But yeah, Horse and Carriage, that's a good one.
It's stuck.
Yep, that's a good one. And what is the weirdest? Because you know sometimes they say rituals. They ain't a ritual if it work, right? It ain't. So if you don't shower before the Niners play and they win all the time, you like, you know, I ain't gonna shower on Sunday before the game. I probably shower after the game. But do you have any like weird things or any things that people don't understand? But that's what gets you. That's what lets you know the day is gonna be a good day.
For me, it's just waking up every morning and thinking the man upstairs. You know,
that's what's up. I got a coworker like that. He say, "Man, look, every day above ground is a great day."
Yes, sir. Indeed.
And if you and your coworkers were a touring band, what instrument would you play, and who would be the lead singer?
I'll be the lead singer. I think my dispatcher will play the drums. The dispatcher on my shift, he'll play the drums.
You good with that?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh man! And if your public service career was turned into a movie, what would the main storyline be about? Be about
driving around in the vehicle, checking schools, and just making friends with people. You know, making new connections. You know. And if you could hire somebody, dead or alive, it could be a celebrity, it could be a family member that's no longer here with us, dead or alive, and you can hire them as an intern with you for a week. Who would you hire and what role would they have? It'd be John Witherspoon. Oh yeah, you like Pops? Pops, hey, I gotta go with Pops. Pops will be Pops is gonna be the director of security. But they're gonna get in line, huh? They're gonna get in line. No, that's funny. They're gonna get in line. He gonna tell them, hey, better do it right. Better do it right. Don't make me take off my belt. Oh man. Nah, rest in peace, John Witherspoon, man. You know, that was like a father figure watching him on TV for us growing up, especially on Friday. You know, sometimes, like with movies like Friday, they really didn't have to do nothing else because they probably made so much money from that.
They made a lot of money from Friday, boy.
Yes.
All right, and so I did see you had some military service as well.
California State Guard.
Thank you for your service.
Anytime. Thank you. Yeah, I was didn't know you served either until I talked to you.
Oh yeah, man, I did.
Yeah.
I did. I went in the Marines in '99.
Wow.
I got out in 2012. I took like a year off, maybe, just trying to find what I'm gonna do. So I've been working for the federal government since 2014.
Nice.
So I got a few years under my belt or whatever. Nice. If you could pass one completely harmless, funny law at your job for the day, what would that rule be?
I'll say 1 p.m. start time. I'm not a morning person.
I ain't no morning person either. When I get to work, they be like, "You're not talking." I'll be like, "Nah, I'm not talking." Yeah. All right. And public service, man, take a lot of patience doing that, doing serving the people, right? Because I tell people all the time that it's not about us; it's about the people that we serve, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
I know sometimes we can get annoyed, like, "Dang, they already in line waiting." Sure, let me look. So and we know it too from when we need services, right? We get there. We there at 8:00. They open at 8. We there at 7:59. The person got to unlock the door. They looking at the line like, "Yo, come on. Let me sit down and get my coffee." Because I know you feel like that. I feel like that too. Let me get some coffee real quick. I'm gonna take. If you let me get this cup of coffee, I'll take care of everybody in this whole line. Don't even worry about it.
Hey, that's it. Hey, that's how it is. Yeah.
Just give me a few minutes.
Patience. I would say, it comes with patience. I went to Albert Einstein Middle School when I started.
Yeah, shout out Einstein. Yep.
Shout out. I went there, and the sheriffs patrolled our schools, and they had this thing on their vehicles that said, "Service with concern." That's always stuck with me. So it's service with concern. My thing is others before myself. And everyone has a story, so that's why I'm always open to talk to people and help people out. So and it's patient. I mean, there's been some times over the last few years, over the years I've been in public service that I want to scream, but you know what, I want my job. I need it. I need it. But most of all, these are people just like who we were one day.
Definitely.
So that's why I serve the way I do.
And like I said, you never know who you serving, man. It could be somebody. That could be somebody's. That person could have a cousin who's a CEO somewhere, and you did a good job for them. They'd have referred you to that person.
Yep.
You never know. And I always tell people, man, like, we black men in this country too. So like, you don't want them to already believe. You don't want to show them these stereotypes that they already believe. So me, I'm always on some. I'm gonna always be better, right? Like, you're not gonna say, "Oh, look at him, just some dumb black dude," whatever.
Right.
So always present myself in that way when I'm out, because you never know who's watching. Like you said, you do a lot of mentoring with the kids and stuff like that, so you're already in a role model position. So, so when the job gets chaotic, and then you like, oh, you want to scream. Who was an artist that you would listen to that's like a stress reliever?
Stress reliever would be Kanye. It was Kanye, and it was a specific song, "Selfish."
Oh yeah.
I'm not selfish, but I love that song.
I mean, I like that you brought up Kanye West, man, because I'm a big Kanye West fan. Like, and being a public servant, I'm like, you know what? I like I like the service that he does to the public with the music, bro. I don't care about his personal life. If you keep giving me good music and you're not really out there hurting people and committing crimes and stuff like that, man, I feel like Kanye West is a musical genius. I feel like he's in the genre of rap, he is top 5 to me. With the catalog and the body of work that he has, I don't see too many other artists. Like, they talk about the verses and stuff. I say, look, him in the verses, man, if he dug in all the songs that he rapped and produced and featured on, it's going to be tough to beat him.
Yeah. I mean, he's got me through some tough times in personal life and on the job. Whatever he's going through, that's his jam. But you know what? I like his music. He's got me through a lot. So I'm a Kanye fan too.
Definitely. And looking back at your time serving the community, what was the best, funniest, or most heartwarming compliment you've received from someone?
So, throughout these years I've been serving the community. By the way, total brain fart the other day. It's been 24 years public service.
Mm.
So
that's why I was like, he got to have some more time.
Yeah, it's 24 years. So I've held side jobs while working full time in one place. So I worked in Oakland. I worked for the school district there. I was worked for the school police there, and worked at a school in Oakland, East Oakland, called Rusdale. That school is for kids that was pretty much on their last leg in life. And what I mean by that, they were either going to jail, prison, or
they wasn't going nowhere good.
Yeah, nowhere good. And about a month ago, I took a ride on Amtrak to Sacramento and rode back home. And it was the one kid, little short kid, always out of class, always into something. When it came time for them to check my ticket when I got on the train to downtown Sacramento, he was the conductor. And that was heartwarming for me to see that. He was a good kid, but he was always ready.
Yeah.
And, I said, hey man, before I get off the train, I said, I want to take a picture with you. I got a picture with him. So that's something that I look at every day to say, hey, you know what? I was part of that. So that was one of the most heartwarming things for me was to see that. That did my heart some good.
And it shows that you do have options, right? Like some people think you stuck, and cause I work in the prison, man. It's a lot of youngsters in there, and they say, man, I grew up messed up, man. This and that. But I say, shoot, I did too.
Yeah.
We
saw a lot.
We saw a lot, man. So
yeah.
I always feel like a lack of options, though, what leads people down that bad path, right? Like they say, like a drug addict, right? If you got a drug addict and you show them a rock or $10, they like, I'm just smoking rock, man. That ain't nothing. Yep. You show them $100 bill, now they gonna start thinking, right? Like, I don't know about that rock. Man. Probably take this $100 bill. But if you always got low options, man, they always gonna go with what make them feel better, because that $10 ain't gonna do too much.
And the other thing too was, they instilled choices in us back then. So I still remember I was sitting over there across the street waiting for bus 81, and a couple of my buddies come pulling up in a Range Rover. Hey, get in! I said, where's the car at? They're like, pointed. The ignition was hanging.
Oh yeah.
I said, if I get in that car, I said, my auntie and my grandma, they're gonna whoop my tail.
You gonna get beat, yeah.
Hey. Yeah, so they're like, hey, you right.
We had on the bus. It was the boundaries, right? It's like, listen, man, it's fun up until a certain point.
Yeah.
Like, I'll hang out with y'all, but I'm not getting in that car, bro. Sorry, because I'm just not the type of person that's built for trouble and jail. And shout out the 81 bus. That got us all through Sacramento where we needed to be.
From one end to the other.
You going to the mall? Yeah, you going straight. You can go from the mall all the way to the east.
To the pocket. Yeah.
Yep.
And you take it down to that. Just take it to the train station to 65th Light Rail.
That's what. Yeah, I used to get on. Dang, where I used to get on? I think 65th. They had the McDonald's over there.
Yep.
Right across the street. Jump on that.
Yep.
Man, look, they're taking me back. When your career is all said and done, what is about a quiet behind the scenes impact that you hope you left on the people in the community that you serve?
That trust is everything, and we all have choices, and to be strong, and always do what you know is right. That's what I want to stick with people. Do what you know is right. Doing what's right ain't it. And that's what I want to leave with people and to help others. And think about, put yourself in their situation if the tables was turned, because we've all been there. And we can always all go back to being there. So Definitely. That's what I want to leave,
All right. And what advice would you give someone that is listening right now who is thinking about stepping into a career in public service?
It's going to take a lot of patience. Most of all, a lot of patience. Self-preservation, a clear mind, and you also have to have a support system. Without that support system, it's going to be a little harder. That support system is going to be someone that's going to tell you, hey, you need to take your butt to sleep after this 12-hour shift. You need to stay in the gym and work out, and that's 9/10 of this job. You have to stay fit. That's going to help you out there in the streets. It's going to help you out there overall. It's going to keep your mental right, and it's going to curb those health issues.
Okay.
So that's one thing I want to stick with people. And you know what? Trust the process and be patient, because you know how it is working for the government. These background processes, they can take up to a year. So
man, I was a background investigator for 6 years with the federal government. So people, I know, man, because everybody got something going on too. So it's like, you but then you got some people, like I say, man, it ain't nothing for somebody to go and apply for a job. So you do need those background people out there to weed out these people who are looking to probably do some harm to the government or joining the job for the wrong reasons, things like that. Right. So we're gonna lock in your legacy today, man. So what is the official song you want to add to the Soundtrack of Service playlist?
The official song will be the Tribe Called Quest, Find a Way.
All right. That's a good one, man, because you look, because like if you think about it, what was like the first culture shock you had in starting your current position?
First culture shock, I would say, to be honest with you, watching us go from those cell phones that we had with you pull the antenna up and to the ones that was that big to the iPhone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I said, think about somebody who was locked up for that time, and they come out and they're like, "What's this? This gonna do everything." You got robots out there now. That's why we said we gotta do our jobs, man, because they gonna bring some robots. You have a robot driving a truck, jumping out, giving people tickets.
Yep.
They go like, "Hey, Mr. Hegler, we got this robot, man. He don't even want no money. We just programmed him to do it. You ain't even paying the robot.
Nope. He's just gonna get out there and do it.
He gonna do the job. He programmed to go." That's why I said, I tell them CEOs, I tell them officers at the job, I say, look, you gonna have the robot gonna be walking around the housing unit. He giving the inmates write-ups, everything. And anybody finna fight no robot. They'll fight you though.
Yeah.
They'll try to fight you in a heartbeat. And is there any guilty pleasure songs that you have been listening to lately that look, man, people wouldn't even think that I'll be listening to something like that?
Oh, let's see. What is that? I would have to say, boy, that's a horrible. You know what? I'm gonna take it back to Sacramento again, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it, and I would listen to it back then. I still listen to it to this day. SIBO.
Oh, that's my favorite. That's my favorite, man. Look, I told people that's my favorite. I got my boy. I've been knowing him for the last 20 years, man. He tell you right now, SIBO, Killer Tay. I used to listen to all. I probably know all SIBO words by heart still. What SIBO song?
Money by the Tons.
Ooh, yo, Money by the Ton was my song my junior year at Johnson. So Money by the Ton. I would play that joint. I had the CD. I would play. That's off the
Till my casket drop.
Till my casket drop. Yo, Money by the Ton. I just used to like the Mississippi sing. Money by the ton. That's the way we come. We all get paid. Oh, we man. And then he broke it down how much. Well, because in the beginning of the song, he telling you how much gram, how much an ounce, and how much is this, and this.
Yep.
Yeah. Shout out, man. Shout out SIBO, man. I'm gonna send this to him. I'm gonna send this clip to him. Let him know we still rocking with him, because because this is my thing, man. Hip hop music. We in our 40s, headed toward our 50s, and we keeping the torch lit for hip hop because back then, because hip hop is very, very, it's still very young, right? It's like 50 years old.
Yeah.
And people were making fun like, yo, how you 40 and rapping, 50 and rapping. Yo, these country singers are 90.
Yep.
And putting out country music, and they can do a concert today, and it's gonna be packed.
Yep.
So we need to stop aging out our hip hop artists and support them.
That's it.
I just saw an interview with Too Short. He's like 60 years old. He like dressed up in the latest clothes. Like, yo, how you gonna tell me I can't wear what I want?
Right.
You know, you should want to be 60 years old. Because a lot of people don't make it past 18, and we know people that did make it past.
We do, yeah. Still finding out about a lot of them, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But so look, man, I want to thank you for coming. You know, last question before we get out of here. You hosting a dinner party. You can bring anybody to this dinner party, dead or alive. Who you bring in and what you serving?
First, I'm gonna serve turkey. You said anybody.
Anybody in the history of us.
In the history of us, hey, we're gonna bring Mr. Epperson, the science teacher from Harvard Johnson.
Crazy.
Mr. Epperson.
That's gonna be a good time.
And the hall monitor Joe.
What about Sergeant Wint? I remember Sergeant. You reminded me of Sergeant Wint the other day.
Yeah, we're gonna bring Sergeant Wint, and then let's see, we're gonna bring the PE teacher, Mr. Smothers.
Oh yeah, I have Mr. Smothers.
And who was the one principal we had? Miss Clark. We're gonna bring Miss Clark.
Oh yeah, Miss Clark. She was good.
She was good. Yes. We're gonna bring Miss Clark. You know, hey, Mr. Benjamin, rest in peace. We're gonna bring him back. We're gonna bring him back.
That's gonna be a good little dinner party, huh?
Yeah. Very nice. And we're gonna bring some people from school too. I just can't remember any names right now, but we're gonna bring everybody. Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna rent out a hall.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna have a good time. Yes. Man, look, I wanna thank you for taking time out to speak with us, man. You know, this thing right here is near and dear to me because I feel like a lot of public servants don't get the respect and the recognition that they deserve, right? And there are things that we do that we go through where, you know, we gotta make sure we take care of our mental health.
Yes.
I like the thing you said about working out, man. You know, they talk about at the jail, you know, you say you better work out because the inmates is working out.
Oh yeah.
You know, you'll want to be that one on the camera struggling with the with the guy
with the big old buff dude looking like Damon.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. He said he threw that water on him, huh? Woke him up in that. Too funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Look, like I said, man, I do appreciate you, man. Is there anything you want to leave the listeners or any words of wisdom?
Words of wisdom. Hey, you know what? Always listen to your inner self, you know, and advocate for yourself, no matter who it is, what it is, where it is. Advocate for yourself. Look out for your people. Have each other's back. And this goes to these managers out there. Support your people. Without your people, hey, your success ain't possible.
That's a big one.
And family first. So
that's a big one because sometimes you put the managers out there, they don't know what they're doing. They're deer in the headlights.
Yep.
They sending you a message on the side. Hey, how you do this again? You know, you the boss.
Where's this at? Yeah.
You the boss, and you tell me how to do it.
Right.
That's too funny.